What is up, YouTube? Day 7 in the books. Day 7, first week done. 50 films in I got so far. It's like 52, I think. So I'm on my pace for 200. We'll see if I can continue that. Actually, I'm to go above 200, but we'll see. You know, I'm not going to push anything. And I'm sure I'm going to have a second part of the month burnout where I'm only watching 2 or 3 films a day as opposed to 6, 7, and 8. So definitely a good night's worth of watching films. Watched a couple family films last night. So it's a little different. I mean, I did get a couple good films in, and like I said, a bunch of rewatches. So anyway, starting off the night, I watched Brain Damage. I need a Frank Henenlotter check. So I figured, you know, I've seen them all. I've seen all those films. I don't know if I've seen Brain Damage. I feel like I've seen it before, but there's just parts of it I just don't remember. Maybe because I saw it a long time ago, and it just kind of like slipped my memory. But it's your usual Henenlotter movie. A lot of practical effects, a lot of gore, crazy characters, crazy creature. I think I still like Basket Case better, and it's up in arms if I like it better than Frankenhooker. I think I might pass it a little bit. Anyway, I go 6.5 out of 10. It's exactly what you expect. If you watch a Frank Henenlotter movie, you know what you're getting, and that's it fits it perfectly. Watch a movie with family. I watched Nightmare Before Christmas, and I've seen this plenty of times, you know, in the past 25 years. And it's a perfect blend of two holidays I really like, Christmas and Halloween. And I think it's more of a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie, but it does give that like point of view of a like kind of like a goth type character. Even though I mean Jack Skellington's not goth, but he's a skeleton, and being able to have the Christmas spirit. So it's kind of like a cool blending of just two worlds and everything. 7 out of 10 though. I mean, it's one of the best Halloween and Christmas movies in my opinion. After that, another movie with my son, Goosebumps. He's watched this at least 150 times since he watched it the first time. And every time I watch it, it's, you know, it is what it is. I like R.L. Stine. I mean, I grew up with Goosebumps books, so I do like them. I do like the story. I don't think it's anything crazy. If I see this or I see part 2, I go back and forth which one I like better. It's whichever one I seen last is the one I like better, because I think they're almost exactly the same film. Not in style and substance, but just like the way they are. I go 5 out of 10. Definitely something, you know, it's fun to watch, and it's good to watch with kids, and it just has that whole Halloween / horror vibe throughout. So after that, another rewatch, and it's actually a film I loved in the 80s. Remember the first time I rented it, bring it home, and I loved it because it's crazy. Stepfather, the original with Quinn. I can't remember his name, but anyway, he plays Stepfather, and I go 6.5 out of 10 of this. I love it. It's got a couple good kills in it. Nothing like crazy. Like the opening scene is kind of very gory, but it's all like just the bodies are chilling basically. You don't see like the killing and everything, but just gory how it's all set up. Like the house is covered in blood and everything. And he just does a very good job of portraying this character that's like on surface, it's just this normal everyday, you know, kind of like, I don't know, normal, like nerdy dad type character, and underneath is just this crazy, insane psychopath that just kills, and it just could on a dime just change him into a new family. So, like I said, 6.5 out of 10. After that, I watched Stepfather 2, which also stars the same guy as the Stepfather. They bring in Meg Foster's in it, Carolyn Williams is in it, and they actually have Jonathan Brandis plays a kid in one of his earlier roles. I think well before anything from, well, obviously in the 90s, I think it came out in 89. It drops down in quality. I remember renting it though originally because I was saying like I didn't remember a lot of the film, but I remember the whole ending with at the wedding and everything just being like crazy. But I go 5 out of 10 with it. I don't think it's as good as the original, obviously. Step down. After that, watched the movie The Night, which I've seen this before, and it's still a good film. It's kind of crazy because it's realistic and everything in the sense of, you know, it could happen, and that's Frozen, not the Disney singing one, but the one of 3 people getting stuck on a ski lift. And I mean, it's like I said, it's crazy because it's something that technically could happen, and I'm sure somewhere in the world that might have happened. I don't know to this extent or this extreme, but just the way these 3 people are basically turning on each other from the get-go, you know, it just showcases like human nature and everything. And you know, it's low body count. It's not gory per se, but there's a couple good scenes with bodies being found, and it just I don't know, the way it's more of a character driven story, more of a talking story and how everybody's relating to each other. But I mean, there are a couple wicked ass scenes in it. So I go 6 out of 10. Like I said, I seen it when it first came out. Adam Green, I mean, I love as a director. Everything he does basically with horror of the past like 15 years is top notch. I think he's one of the best like young horror directors. After that, watched Pledge Night from 1989, which was cool because I found out it was actually filmed pretty close to my house. But it was interesting. It's your typical 80s slasher with a bit of a twist, you know, with the demonic type twist on it, and it does good for what it is. For a cheap movie, it had pretty decent gore. Some of these kills were actually pretty cool and everything. A lot of the pledging. I mean, you see like what goes on in these fraternities and stuff, and it was a little crazy with that. But all in all, it's not a bad film for like a low budget film. Surprisingly, I never heard of it up until this time. 5.5 out of 10. Dug it. Probably something I'd watch again because it's a quick, corny flick that you can just like blow through, and you know you don't have to devote your brain to it. You just watch what's going on and be good. So definitely a better day of watching films today than the past couple days. So that was good. So tomorrow, the movie of the day is actually one of my favorite horror films of all time. So we'll get to that. Hopefully it's a good day of watching. See what I get in. Till then, catch you on the flip side.